Ladies and gentlemen, traders, welcome back to another Relentless recap. As you're tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up. And if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. Hit that thumbs up, hit that thumbs up. We do appreciate it. As the thumbnail saying, we are up 2K today. So I'll walk you guys through the trades that I took to be able to get myself up. We'll talk about how I was able to manage risk and what I was looking forward to with the day, being that I started to trade a little earlier in pre-market. So, as usual, I checked out my Momo Pro scanner, which did give me my watch list today. We had a decent couple of stocks. Something that I'm thinking of is that I do need to pay more attention to stocks that are below $1 in terms of putting them on the scans. So that's something for me to work on. My high-low stream at Momo, I don't believe catches stocks below $1. I don't think so. I have the filter set 0 to max, but it's interesting. I gotta ask a few questions about that. But anyhow, you guys will see that we had, SPPL, NUWE, ADN, STAF, and so forth. And so that was essentially my watch list to start the day. Just a quick couple of stocks that are leading the way percentage wise, and from there is where I really got into it. Everything was here except SPPL, which was more like a hive day momentum stock that came along the way. So let's jump into it here, and I'll go for now to split screen. That way we can kind of just keep these stocks up and use them as reference. So SPPL, this is one of the stocks I was able to make over $1,000 on here. Actually, this one ended up being pretty good. SPPL, you guys will see here, we had $1,200 in gains there, $1,100 in gains on NUWE. We did lose on ADN, sadly, pre-market, which was a really good stock, and then VSTE. So coming back to ADN here, actually SPPL, guys, this thing was pretty good, and honestly is the type of stock that we should have just stayed here all day and traded. Like, I probably could have finished up like 10 grand if I just stayed here all day. This stock had opportunity, it was liquid, and in just this uptrend here alone, from about 1024 to 1039, we were able to get ourselves up $1,800. We gave back like 400, being super aggressive right here. But if we could have done that here, if we were to see the next uptrend, right? Again, I'm not trading the downside stuff, but if I was able to watch it here through all this consolidation, and then I mean, look at this monstrous move. Low of 64, high of 95. If I'm here to witness this, sometimes leaving early, I really think about it. Like, should I just stay here till 4 p.m.? Like, would I be more efficient monetarily just staying here till 4 p.m. every day? There's people doing it. I don't know about after hours, which is what, right now is, there's another uptrend that's just going here, but man, could we have tripled our day and be up 6,000? Is it worth me being up 6,000 if I, staying here till 2, 3, 4 p.m. every day? The answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. Coming in earlier pre-market, locking in gains there. So, there's things to consider, man, because there's money being left on the table. We all talk about being satisfied with our gains, which I am, but ideally, can I maximize and make the most money possible? I mean, I'm not a billionaire like Elon Musk. Every couple $1,000s, it makes an impact. It definitely, the more of those we can get, the better it is, right? Until further notice, at least. So anyhow, pattern wise, let's get into a bit of the technicals. So in terms of pattern, if we're to zoom out here a little bit, so initially we had a high point of 68. Let me just put on the show trades one more time here. Initially, we had a high point of 68. It pulled back. And so in this bit of a drawdown and you know, pull back here is where we really started to pay attention to it. And we noticed we had the ABCD here, a bit of a W. We had the pullback, bit of a double bottom, and now this thing was curling up. So through VWAP was an area to keep an eye. And then right here, it pushed over the level, right? So high point, 57. It dips down to 56, just a penny right here. The baby pullback over the level, held, and rips up to 61. 61 pulls back slightly, low of 58, and then absolutely takes off to 74. I mean, just incredible follow through and just volume. This stock is like, I'm surprised the entire chat room again wasn't up like everybody like 10K, because I don't know, it felt smooth and it had the opportunities, right? SPPL. So after this move up to 74, I did get a little too aggressive over here as mentioned, right? We pulled back, we had a low of 70, the dip held up well, the consolidation held up well for the most part. We tried at highs, we pushed through right here. It was looking really good. Right over 75. So I caught a nice trade, and I'll show you guys this trade here on my archive. All right, here we go. So I'm watching this thing right at 70. We had a little bit of support, 70, 69.99. And it's going to come down one more time here. Right here, I believe it was. I'm going to jump in right above 70. Actually, no. It's going to come down again. Right here. I'm going to jump in. You can see that there's a bit of a spread. We got filled, a decent fill right there. This thing just takes off all the way up to 75. Now, here's the problem. I'm going to watch for this thing to hold above 75. And it's going to come down 74 for like a split second. And then it's going to go. It didn't really like... The moment it got below 74, it was back up like instantaneously. All right. Did I even catch that tick? I mean, I'm not going to try to pause that. That's fine. So it basically held 75 nicely. And I took too long to buy here because I'm thinking this is going to go to 80. I'm in too high and it also doesn't go. It's a quick sell, but we literally went from green 1800 to then, back down, and we took two more losses here. So this wasn't ideal, but again, we made money on this thing like pretty quickly. So who knows what we could have done if we were watching it throughout the rest of the day. It looks like it really did well. So the next stock that we have here, NUWE, which was also pretty good and pretty exciting to watch. NUWE, exciting to trade rather. This one we had a range in pre-market, $2.09 and a high point of 311, right? 311 for the lows, 209 for 311 for the highest, 209 for the lows. And I mentioned in pre-market it'll be nice to see if this one just gives a strong, steady move up, and that's exactly what it did, man. This thing absolutely took off. Let's see. I think we saw it pretty early. We saw it fairly early right here, coming over VWAP. And we started to get involved, and it did well, right? It did well, all things considered. We got over the level here at the time, which was about 240. We pushed up to 60. It dipped. We held 32, 10 cents below the VWAP, curled back up to 67. And then right here, we held above the level a couple times on this flag. And from here, the flag broke out over 67 to 91. Quick 1 minute pullback, 3-bar play. These are all the patterns that we're trading here. So flag, okay, this is a flag. If I have to bring up my drawing tools right here and show you guys, just, some people might not be able to properly visualize it. Yes, the pole is like a little elongated. But this is a flag, right? Just think of your country's flag. Sometimes it might be a little bit more triangular, right? So we're coming up and we're going sideways. Upside move, and then sideways consolidation. Can we break out? The answer here was yes. So either I'm in low or high, either one is good. And this thing continued even before we went. There's a small baby pullback here, and then it rips into then a 3-bar play, which gave us another opportunity to get back in, and it ripped up here into a halt level at break of 3. Now break of 3, you know, because we're taking a couple cents at a time. Break of 3, man. I'm in. I actually bought 95, 96, and I sold right at 3, thinking, you know, the seller that was there would prove to be maybe a little too much. And sadly, I missed a big move, but I'll show you guys this trade here as well. What was the timestamp? That's going to be at 9:42. So I'm going to get long right as it dips right here. Couldn't have asked for a better buy. And I'm in 3,500 shares. But notice there's a seller, 23,000 shares here coming through from the NASDAQ. EdgeX got another 17,000 shares coming in from that route. And I don't know, I just, you know, I saw that it tested the level just now, dropped down quickly. And I'm thinking, you know what? Let me just take the couple cents. Let me just take the 3 cents and just, you know, wait. Because this thing might just reject right back down, 95 or 90. And I didn't give it a chance here. I sold it. My plan was like, all right, let's just take that off and then wait to get back in. Rather than, hey, let me just see if it, you know, I'll only sell if it doesn't go through immediately. So this was like a bit of a mistake on my side, I'd say, and not because the stock went, but just because of the reality of the situation, right? And you can see if you did hold through 3, and I think this is where I might have sold. I might have sold right here, 308, 309, which would have been a better trade than what I had anyways. But if you did hold even a little longer, here, well, here's 29, and there's a massive bid here. So even if you want to unwind a good amount of shares, you could have, right? So I sadly missed that big move, which at the time could have doubled my gains. Even before, I went up to 1,600 and gave back like 500 off the top on this one. I'm not going to show every trade here because, you know, that's why we have the students and we have our service, the course, our platform, is that on the course website, all those who are Diamond members can access the full curriculum. And you know, we're actually changing the name, so I can't even really just say Diamond. The names are now a little different. The Accelerated Micro Scalping Program. All right. We're going to continue to condense everything here just into 3 main programs here very soon. We got some back-end work to finish up. The team will get everything done here fairly soon. And as mentioned, the prices are going up, so be sure to check out Merciless Markets if you're interested in learning how to trade. We don't guarantee success, but what we do guarantee you guys is that our system it works and is highly transparent. You can see everything we're doing, which allows you to be able to pick up on it, and essentially over time the goal is, can you replicate it very well? Sometimes people will put their own twist onto it, making a slightly different variation of the strategy, but I'm living proof of it myself, the other lead members, our community, the students that we have. It's absolutely insane. So those were the top 2 stocks. VSTE, which, you know, was a good looking continuation move, didn't hold up well, and we lost money trying to buy the 1-minute candle to make new high. I'm in, spreads open up 20 cents. I'm out, 1,000 shares, 20-cent loss. We had STAF, which gave a big move, but was super hard to capture because it was just so sudden. This was over 305. It got up to 13. It gave a baby pullback, which I bought the very bottom of this candle here. But sadly, I sold and it went without me. Even like I would have only captured like 10 cents of this move. There's just no way I could have seen myself holding all the way up here because it did have, so the low was 11, or no, the low was 10. I was in at 12, and up at 20, 24, there was a churn, like some red, some selling. I think I would have came out there for a nice 10-cent gain. There's just no way I could have expected this thing to just, and it just took off. Like once it got to like 25, 26, it just missiled up there like freaking, I don't know. It was, the market is interesting, man. You just never know what to expect, and some of these stocks that you think are a little slower are just taking off. So ADN, this is the opportunity that I fumbled pre-market. I got to be a little bit better in pre-market. We're seeing some great opportunities. In fact, I was configuring my screens, my layouts, and that's what really cost me on this stock here. I wasn't watching it from the beginning, but nevertheless, we got to get ourselves going here pre-market to capture and start the day green. Other than that, guys, that's it. Up 2K. Good day. Again, maybe staying longer is a discussion that needs to be had. There's just so much opportunities that we're missing not being around the full amount of the time. But other than that, yeah, that's the day, guys. Hit that thumbs up. Check out Momo Pro. If you do, you can utilize coupon code Relentless for 25% off. That's where we find all of our stocks every day. Other than that, check out the chat room. The Relentless Trading chat room is where it's at. You guys will be able to see who traded and who did what. And again, I'm guessing a lot of these gains here, SPPL, right? Tim, red to green. I'm guessing SPPL, SPPL. So you can see everyone who stayed longer into the day dominated Andy, more than likely, SPPL. So again, I'm surprised not everybody's up like 20K really if they were watching at that thing from early because it was that good. But anyhows, another red to green here. NW okay, came luckily SPPL, right? So again, SPPL, where we left out at like 11 a.m. right here, SPPL. So could we have doubled and tripled our gains? I think so, man. So it's a conversation to be had. And shout out to the chat room for getting it done, man. Shout out to the guys. Shout out to the team. There's a lot of people doing freaking well. This is insane stuff. Beam, I mean, the list just goes on and on here, right? But yeah, guys, take care. Stay safe. Stay green. It's been Relentless. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. If you want to become a course member and start learning today, you know where to find me. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning at 8:50 a.m. market time for another beautiful day. Hit that thumbs up. Stay safe. Stay green.